think the world would be very surprised with, how I beat Brian Norman.
Every big fight pushes fighters into training they never imagined, and Devin Haney is living that reality right now. His upcoming showdown with Brian Norman Jr. carries huge significance for both men, and the countdown has officially begun. Haney is locked in with laser-sharp focus. He has one mission: to prove he stands at the absolute top of boxing. At this stage, every second of his day revolves around one target: Brian Norman. The fight is fast approaching, the pressure is rising, and the training is getting more brutal with each passing moment. The world is watching, and Haney is ready to show he's built for greatness.
I told you it's the Devin Haney era, and watch and what you see November the 22nd. I've been quiet because we working, so ain't no sense in stopping me from talking now. Listen, he's going to put on a masterclass performance, one for the ages.
Every day, Devin tries to push himself further than he did yesterday. He grinds through workouts that drain every ounce of energy from his body. He thinks that hard work usually speaks loudly when the lights are shining brightly. Every exercise is a battle, with lungs burning, muscles screaming, and sweating profusely. Yet he never gives up. He continues to refine all of his weapons and to punch. Devin won't settle for anything less than elite or slow down. He is pushing boundaries, dispelling skepticism, and gaining an advantage as a champion that no one can ever take away.
When you come up, see how he's down there? Run.
Ping off of it. Ping off of it. Ping off of it.
Oh!
In training, he is currently very busy. He is centered, serious, and steadfast in his conviction that he is right where he should be. He views pressure as a privilege. He feels more powerful when he is in the spotlight and trains with a mind that is constantly 2 steps ahead of him, calm, collected, and attentive. He visualizes the contest every night, the jab repeatedly snapping forward, the ring in his grasp, his arms lifted in triumph. His preparation is devoid of dread. Most importantly, inside the training camp, pads and mitts training is where Devin Haney refines his craft into perfection. Each combination is performed with accuracy, including precise pivots, fast counters, and jabs. After each punch, his coach encourages him to continue being quick, accurate, and defensively responsible. Time and rhythm become instinctive. There is no hesitancy or motion waste. This is where muscle memory is ingrained with battle IQ. It equips him to respond quickly to attacks from Brian Norman Jr. and open doors for himself. There is a lot of attention, a constant tempo, and a clear objective: to continue being the most intelligent and skilled boxer in the ring. This work will be visible once the lights are turned on.
Somebody in trouble. November 22nd. Somebody in trouble. Debo is coming. That's right.
Furthermore, Haney's heavy bag sessions are built on pure intensity. Each punch is thrown with purpose. It is quick, precise, and draws heavily from his reserves of strength. He is forced to sit down for his shots by the heavy bag, which increases the force of his body punches, hooks, and jab. He gains the kind of strength from this training that slows down violent combatants like Brian Norman Jr. His stamina, punch resistance, and capacity to continue delivering powerful blows well into the later rounds are all enhanced. He pushes harder when his lungs burn because he knows that dominating an opponent means outlasting them. He turns the heavy bag into a battlefield, and he triumphs each time. we know, every fighter reaches his best with the power of a strong team behind him, and Devin Haney knows that well. Teamwork always stands superior in any contest, especially one of this magnitude. His squad is by his side the entire time, with hands correcting every move, eyes catching every detail, and voices pushing him harder. They function like a real family, founded on cooperation and trust. They share the same desire for his success as he does. They sense his hunger, comprehend the purpose, and get up to match his intensity. Devin goes into this conflict with the support of a team that is completely prepared for winning, since war is never waged alone. Moreover, in the camp, Haney's rigorous strength and conditioning regimen is intended to strain his body to the limit. He develops explosive power to throw combinations without slowing down, a strong core to withstand blows, and stronger legs to move the ring with ease. His heart rate is pushed to its limit during conditioning circuits, readying him for the championship pace over the 12 rounds. He is aware that who really wants it more will be seen in what comes next. Devin maintains to drive forward even when others would break due to lethargy. He is tough, strong under duress, and capable of finishing strong thanks to this training. A stronger engine is necessary for greatness, and he builds one that can power everything. Further delving into the training, he refuses to underestimate Brian Norman Jr. He admires talent and is aware of Norman's strength, tenacity, and desire for his big break. Devin studies everything because of this, including Norman's speed management, reaction to pressure, and how he manages difficulty in combat. This is a match that requires complete concentration, no careless errors, no unfilled positions. Devin practices his punches, defense, and footwork as if every round were a battle. He knows that training determines greatness, so he perseveres through fatigue. He delves deeper when he feels pain. The message that motivates him every day is that victory endures forever.
That though.
I think one day when I'm, retired and my feet is kicked up, then they'll give me my credit and then they'll say, Devin Haney, he's a real throwback fighter. And that's what I am. And I don't do it for, for them to give me my credit, because that's just the type of person that I am. I want to fight the best fighters in the world. I want to test myself against the best. And it's boxing at the end of the day. If I lose, then it is what it is. I want to test myself though. And I think that's why boxing is where it's at now, is because guys don't test themselves. Everybody cares about everybody want to be undefeated. But, I genuinely want to test myself against the best fighters in the world.
Additionally, sparring is where Devin Haney sharpens his real fight instincts. The tension here mimics the pressure of fight night, opponents charging forward, punches flying, and no time to think twice. Devin puts every tactic he created for Brian Norman Jr. to the test throughout these heated rounds. He focuses on pacing his jab, regulating distance, and limiting crazy offenses. Sparring teaches him to remain settled when chaos erupts around him. Mistakes are corrected immediately. Confidence rises with each successful exchange. This is the closest he comes to a fight before the bell sounds.
Ooh. Really don't want to go too much, but this thing coming back.
Let's jab now. One step out. Come on.
Make him take something.
Oh, good shit. Good shit, buddy. Make him tough, honey.
Now you can do whatever. Why age?
Moving forward, it is also important to note that watching Devin Haney's relentless training, Greg Hackett has given him strong chances of winning. He mentioned that with the way Devin is preparing, there is no way he is going to lose. Hackett further cemented his choice by saying Brian Norman Jr. is not a fighter who can maintain his pace for the full 12 rounds. He starts strong, but his rhythm fades as the rounds go by. Devin, on the other hand, keeps his intensity high from start to finish. So going into this fight, Hackett expects Devin will win, and he anticipates him to do it easily.
What I see is Devin gonna be sitting down, Norman gonna be fighting, but it's not gonna have the punches not gonna have the same steam. Because they don't have the same steam, Dev gonna feel that and gain confidence off of that, and he gonna start loading up that motherfucking right hand. And Norman gonna go down. He might get up the first time. The second one, he not getting up. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel. I can see it. I just can see it. People gonna call me crazy, but I can see it.
On the other hand, Brian Norman Jr. is deep into his training camp, entirely focused on Devin Haney. He recognizes how important this battle is for his career and future in the division. This isn't just another fight, it's his chance to make a message that will be heard throughout the boxing world. Norman is pushing himself with everything he has, demanding perfection in every movement, thought, and time spent in the gym. He is leaving nothing to chance because he grasps that there is no space for hesitation when such a great opportunity presents itself. Furthermore, he wants to win by establishing that he belongs on the biggest platform, not by chance or surprise. He is aware that Devin Haney is a well-known figure, and defeating him would immediately enhance his reputation. He so gives it his all, prepping himself emotionally, physically, and intellectually for the fight that lies ahead. Every day, Norman assures himself that he is here to take charge, not merely to participate. He is getting ready for each round because it is the most significant one of his life. In the camp, he studies where he can expose weaknesses and where he can show strength. He gets closer every day to the night he plans to surprise those who disbelieve him. More than just a victory, it would solidify his position as one of the genuine contenders, the names who count, and the fighters who will shape the division's future. Brian Norman Jr. welcomes the challenge, the stress, and the present. Now is his moment to shine, and when the last bell rings, he intends to make sure that everyone remembers his name.
Is there an experience advantage you got to overcome, though, being that he's went the distance so many times in title fights?
Not at all. I mean, no matter what, it's just like any sports, it's just like any other day. This is what I do. This is what I live and die for. I'm in the gym training for 3 or 4 hours, all for 36 minutes or less. So I'm pretty sure these 12 rounds, I could guarantee these 12 rounds is nothing.
Showbiz the Adult, while predicting the fight, mentioned that he has doubts about Devin going into this matchup. He expressed concern that Devin might not be as sharp or dominant as he was in the lower weight classes. Moving up in weight, he suggested, could cost Haney some of the skills and advantages that once set him apart. On the other hand, he pointed out that Brian Norman Jr. is unpredictable. He could show up in the best shape of his life and shock everyone. So in his view, the fighter who appears stronger and more prepared on fight night will have the best chance of winning.
I'm not sure if Devin is as good as I think he is. That's a scary thing, because Brian is either not as good as his hype is right now, or he's better than what we think he is. I don't know. And I'm the first one to tell you guys how much I don't damn know. But what we do in the war room is do critical thinking. A lot of people call that flip-flopping. They only want you to have one mind. But that's not what I do. I'm trying to think of all things.
Chris Algieri, in his prediction, was also very adamant that Haney is going to win this fight easily. When it comes to competing in the ring, he added, Haney is such a craftsman, consistently giving his best effort with incredible discipline and expertise. Thus, we are confident that he will once again be as crisp and intense in this bout. Even though Bryan is a skilled fighter, Algieri worries he won't have what it takes to beat Haney when they finally square off.
At welterweight, but Devin Haney, man, I think people really are forgetting how good of a tactician he is and how smart he is in the ring. He's got a fantastic jab. He's long. He's defensively very sound, obviously. You know, he's getting a lot of heat because of the Ramirez fight, and then prior to that was the Ryan Garcia fight. But listen, he's still a tactician, and I think that's why Team Haney is moving in this direction and making this fight.
Regis Prograis was also very clear about a Devin Haney win. Having already faced him, Prograis explained that he now understands exactly what he is capable of. Before their fight, he admitted he wasn't fully aware of his talent, but after suffering a defeat, he now recognizes him as a truly great boxer. Haney might appear a little boring to some, yet he always does what works best for him inside the ring. The reason for his success is his ability to read situations extremely well and capitalize on every opportunity that presents itself.
If I had to put money, I would bet money on Devin. I mean, I fought him and I know how good he is, and it's like he's a good boxer. We cannot take that away from him that he is a good boxer. You know, he knows how to not to get hit. You know, no matter if he makes it boring. Now, we're not saying that, but you know, same thing with Ramirez. He just, you know, he moved around, he ran around. You could say run around. He ran around the ring for 12 rounds. Same thing with me. He had good feet, you know, and he just know how to move out the way. So I think that's what he's gonna do. So
in addition, Coach Rell explained how both fighters might approach the fight. He stated that Bryan Norman Jr. is an interesting fighter who could potentially knock out Devin Haney if the occasion arises. One thing is certain, Bryan will provide fans with an exciting occasion. Then, turning his attention to Devin, he commented that Haney's prospects of victory rest in playing it safe, but if he does, the bout may become dull. He proceeded that Devin is progressing, therefore he may have to work harder in this battle against an explosive and dangerous opponent like Bryan.
It's an intriguing fight. You got somebody that box good and somebody that bang good. Them fights always come up to be a good fight or a boring fight. Devin Haney can make it boring and win, or Bryan Norman can make it exciting and knock Devin Haney out. Devin Haney just gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. And another thing is, Devin Haney's moving up, so his body might take a little bit more punishment.
Considering all these things, the boxing community is buzzing after seeing both fighters totally focused on this highly anticipated clash. Fans await a masterclass performance from each of them based on the rigorous training shown in their camps. Finally, what are your thoughts on this matchup? Who do you think will win this thrilling fight? Devin Haney or Bryan Norman Jr.? We'd love to hear your ideas, so leave your predictions in the comments area below. Also, remember to like and subscribe, since your support means a lot to us. It drives our crew to keep working hard and delivering you the most recent boxing news, breakdowns, and predictions. Stay tuned for more boxing related news as the big fight approaches.